Hello, St. Andrews, and welcome to this week's edition of Chancel Chat. It's a Wednesday, the 11th of July, another hazy, hot, humid summer day, but who's complaining, right? Just a word about this weekend's activities. On Saturday evening, Father Tin, our priest associate, will be preaching and presiding. Susan and I will be at Dutch Wonderland with our family, celebrating a tradition that we've had for the last several summers, spending a day at the amusement park together. And then on Sunday, Deacon Joe will be preaching at both the 8 o'clock and the 10 o'clock services. I'll be presiding. And at the 10 o'clock service, it will be our privilege to welcome into the fellowship of Christ Church through the sacrament of baptism, Gavin Robert Petrus. And Gavin is the son of Nicole Yerkes and Damon Petrus. He is the grandson of Bob and Sharon Yerkes and the great-grandson of Marianne Cameron. So it'll be a wonderful celebration of Gavin's baptism on Sunday. We're also going to be dedicating the beautiful dorsal cloth, which is located just behind the baptismal font in the baptismal area. And this beautiful cloth was a memorial gift in memory of Mary McCulloch, who would have been Gavin's great-great-grandmother. So we're really looking forward to Sunday and a great celebration as Gavin is welcomed into the fellowship of Christ Church through the sacrament of baptism. This evening, our summer faith study series continues. We'll be meeting in the home of Bob and Pat McCulloch, which is located on 610 Powell Road in East Hampton. We've been having a good time in our summer series. Tonight we'll be taking a look at what are some of the characteristics of a robust Christian community. And we've been using the Church Next internet platform for our study, and that will continue this week. We have one more session next Wednesday evening, the 18th of July, and Susan and I will be hosting our final session at our home on Ubis Avenue in Burlington Township. And the topic of our final session will be a brief introduction to the history of the Christian church. So I'm looking forward to that, being somewhat of a church historian myself. We've been talking about our search for and our desire to recruit nursery volunteers throughout the summer. Our plan is to have a fully staffed nursery so that beginning on Sunday, September 9th, which is the first Sunday after Labor Day, we can offer nursery services at the 10 o'clock service. So we've already signed up 17 volunteers. We're still looking for a few more. So if you're interested, please contact Chris in the parish office. Our diocese requires all volunteers who will be working with children to participate in the Safe Church training program. And St. Andrews will be hosting a session of the Safe Church training program on Saturday, August 25th, from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. So if you'd like to sign up for the Safe Church training, again, please contact Chris in the parish office. Our Christian Education, Christian Formation Summit meeting is coming up on Tuesday, July 24th at 6:30 p.m. in the parish office. And we have a special guest who's going to be with us on Tuesday evening. I just met her, had lunch with her this week. She's the new interim rector at Grace Church in Pemberton. Her name is the Reverend Jane Gober. And it just so happens that Jane has about 20 years of experience working in Christian education and Christian formation before her ordination as a priest in the Episcopal Church. So Jane has agreed to come with us, here on the 24th, and be a part of our conversation about Christian formation activities for 2018-2019 here at St. Andrews. So very important meeting. We hope to plan most of our activities on that Tuesday evening. So please, if you have an interest in Christian education, Christian formation, please plan to attend this important meeting on Tuesday evening, July 24th at 6:30 p.m. in the parish hall. Just an announcement about our vacation plans. Susan and I will be leaving on Thursday, the 26th of July, and we'll return on Friday, August 10th. I'll be back in church on Saturday evening, the 11th. In my absence, Father Tin, our priest associate, will be taking services both weekends that I'll be away, and will also be available for pastoral emergency if needed, as will our Deacon Joe during my absence. So we're looking forward to our vacation. As I've said to many of you, we're the least creative vacation people in the world. We do the same thing every year. We've been doing it for about 30 years. We'll spend the first week of our vacation on Cliff Island, which is an island in Casco Bay, Maine, with our daughter and son-in-law and 3 grandchildren and a friend of the family. And then we'll take our trailer up into the White Mountains of New Hampshire for a week of camping with 2 of our grandchildren. So we're very excited and looking forward to it. We feel very comfortable that we'll be in good hands. You'll be in good hands with Father Tin and Deacon Joe during my absence. Just an announcement about the annual church picnic, which will be held on Sunday, August 26th. It will begin at 10 o'clock with a celebration of the Holy Eucharist. We'll be meeting at the historic Smithville Park. We hope that many of you, most of you, will plan to join us for this wonderful celebration at the end of the summer. Please mark your calendar, Sunday, August 26th at 10 o'clock at the Smithville Park. Saint of the Week this week is Saint Benedict of Nursia in Italy. And today, July 11th, is his feast day. He was born in the year 480. He died on July 11th in the year 540 AD. And Saint Benedict is best known as the father of Western monasticism, and for his rule of Saint Benedict, which was written back in the 6th century, and it governs the organization of monastic communities, and it's been widely used, it still is to this day. I'm a fan of Saint Benedict because on my Advent and Lenten retreats, I always go to the Abbey of St. Mary in Morristown, which is a Benedictine house. And one of the distinctive characteristics of Benedictine spirituality is that when the monks make their final vows, they also, in addition to poverty and chastity and obedience, they make a vow of stability. So Benedictine monks don't move around from house to house. They stay in the same community where they make their final vows. So I've met monks at St. Mary's in Morristown who have been there for 65, 70 years of their life. So it's a very interesting aspect of Benedictine spirituality, a commitment to stability, as well as some of the other things that they promise to do. For Episcopalians, Benedictine spirituality is important because it was a strong influence on Thomas Cranmer, who was the principal author of the first Book of Common Prayer in the year 1549. So our prayer book is a reflection of Benedictine spirituality. So today we celebrate the feast of St. Benedict and remember and give thanks to God for his life and for his legacy. So that's about all I have for today. Wishing you and your family a blessed summer, and we hope to see you in church this weekend, and we will talk again next week. God bless.